everyone, welcome to Sunflower and Thyme Homestead. Today we're pruning and propagating some fruit trees. We'll start with these 2 apple trees. They're a few years old and they've never been pruned before. I had a look online and it suggested to put the secateurs in methylated spirits just to keep them clean between cuts. I watched a great video by My Aussie Garden and Kitchen on pruning fruit trees. I'll put the link to that in the description below. So I'm trying to follow his advice here, getting rid of branches that are pointing down to the ground or pointing into the trunk or crossing over, and I'm trying to cut at the points where the new buds are facing outside or up. Last year I let these trees hold way too many fruits and it pulled a lot of the branches over and some even snapped a little bit, and then when I tried to net the tree I put the net on over the top, but the weight of the net pushed down the top of the tree, and you'll see especially on the next tree it's really pushed over one of those branches and I've had to cut it off. One of my dogs loves to lay against the fruit trees and she keeps laying against this one and it has pushed the tree over more than once. So we have to keep trying to tie it back up to the stake to get it back in position. We've got a lot of projects going on at the moment. I'm nearly done getting all of the sand in our garden paths and I'll pop up the next video for that one soon. We're adding some more garden beds in there as well, but another thing on my list is clearing all the grass around the bottom of these trees again and mulching everything. You can see the rosemary is a bit hidden in the background there. I'm just having a look at this one because even though it was pointing up, it had damage on it, and again that's either due to the apples that I let it have too many apples on it, or the dogs who like to try and pull off branches. This is the second apple tree, and as you just saw at the top, it's bent over quite a lot. There's one of the puppies that likes to try and pull branches off the trees. And this one has a sucker on the bottom, so I'll cut that out. There's damage on this branch, but I'll leave it for now and see how it goes because the rest of the branch seems to be okay. Following on the recommendations again from My Aussie Garden and Kitchen, anything that's pointing down, getting rid of, which sadly was due to me leaving way too many apples on these trees. And I'm just trying to find the next bud here so that I'm cutting it right above the bud. Now this one is hanging down, but we'll just use it as a bit of an experiment, see how it goes. I'll probably end up having to cut it off next year. So from some of these cuttings I thought, why not try and see if I can grow roots? I've seen a few videos where some people just put it in rooting gel or rooting powder and pop it in some dirt and see how it goes, and others scrape off a little bit of the bark on the outside down the bottom to try and encourage root growth. So I thought I'll try both of these methods today. I didn't want to put the cutting straight into the rooting gel container, so I noticed my kids had one of these bubble containers. I've put the contents in another one, washed it out, and thought it would be good to pour some of the rooting gel in, and then I'm not mixing it in with the whole container. And this one I just dipped the rooting gel in and put it in the pot. And this one I used the secateurs to cut off a little bit of the bark around the base. I was really careful not to get any of those buds that were down the bottom. And then I repeated that process with the rest of the pots. Now let's move on to this pear tree. So there's two branches that are competing for the main trunk. And then we've got a couple of branches that are crossing over. I really did not want to cut that second branch, but it was definitely causing an issue rubbing on the main branch. So I found a bud that was facing outwards and chose that as my cutting point. And we'll use this cutting to see if we can grow any roots from it. I got rid of a few more branches that were either damaged or pointing inwards. Then I took a few of the cuttings over, put them in some rooting gel and added them to the pot. I added the pear cuttings to the apple cuttings and gave everything a really good water. I'll keep these well watered and check them in about a month to see if there's any roots growing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.